Hello everyone, I am Squallcasting, bringing you some more StarCraft action. Now, this is a little bit different from what I typically do. This is a clan war between DarkOnyx, as the team Raider here is on, and Samurai Faith, and that is the team that Potatolisk is on. Oh, these names are fantastic. But yeah, Raider contacted me. He was like, hey, I'm part of a clan. I'm trying to arrange a clan war with another team. Would you be interested in casting the clan war? And I said, I would love to do that, so that's what we have. So yeah, we've got Raider going against Potatolisk in this particular game. Game 1, the map was chosen by the respective team leaders. They agreed on that this would be the first map. And yeah, so during this initial part of the game, I'll just let you know a bit about the team. So DarkOnyx is led by Raider, the red Terran down here. He is a gold Terran. As far as the rest of the roster go, there's Vec, a platinum Terran, Praetorian, a platinum Protoss, Napols, a master Zerg, and Cow, a platinum Terran. And then on Team Samurai Faith, it is led by Noisy Ninja, who is currently not in this game, but he is a platinum random player, so he plays random. And then as far as the rest of the team goes, we've got Potatolisk, a platinum Protoss, so he's the one playing in this game. And then you have Night Vision, a diamond Zerg, Young Malicious, a diamond Protoss, and Balls of Steel, a master Zerg. So as far as the ladder system is concerned, Samurai Faith, would be in the slightly favored column, as they tend to have just, more people in higher ranks. But, this is a team situation, so things can be quite different. For example, say you're a Raider and you're a gold Terran. Sometimes there's a particular matchup you'll be really good at. And as far as the format of this clan war goes, it is a best-of-9 series, all-kill format, so very similar to something you'd see in, say, the IGN Pro League Team Arena Challenge. The loser chooses the map, and yeah. So, and one of the cool things about Team League formats is you can very much, there's a lot of strategy to it. So, as I was mentioning, sometimes you have a player that's very good against a particular race, and so, say Samurai Faith throws out their master player, Balls of Steel, the Zerg, but then maybe you've got a player who's really good against Zerg, so you might, put them in next if Balls of Steel wins his game. So there's a lot of strategy to it. It's really interesting. It'll be cool to see how this goes down. So Raider has gotten into the base, scouting out Potatolisk. Potatolisk looks like he's going for 1-gate Robo. I wouldn't be too surprised to see him expand after this. A pretty safe build. Lets you get an observer out nice and early. Potatolisk trying to micro the Zealot to get more than one hit on the SCV. Doesn't quite succeed. SCV sees that, yes, indeed, there's not yet an expansion. And Raider is already expanding. Very nice. So 1 max gas SFE out of him. Pretty typical. Getting 2 Bear Trade after this. And, this is the kind of thing you'd see pretty typically out of a player like even, say, Thorazane. So, very nice, safe build. This will definitely give Raider an edge as far as the economy is concerned. So we'll have to see what Potatolisk has in store for us. Might see him drop a couple gateways, get really aggressive, try to break his opponent, or he'll drop a Nexus. So he's expanding as well. Just a little bit behind his opponent, but no big deal. And we've seen a number of games from Raider. He has sent me a couple of his replays, and as a player, he doesn't really tend to do very goofy things. He doesn't do, like, 3-port Banshee or anything crazy. But he just favors, having a nice, safe opening, get that expansion up, and then do a really strong timing push with Bio. That's what I've seen out of him most of the time, and he does it quite well. But Potatolisk, obviously, I don't know anything about him. Raiders really... I might have seen a game from Praetorian on the Team DarkOnyx. I feel like I might have seen one of those ones, so... because the name looks familiar. In any case... oh, you know what? It might have been Raider playing against him. They're on the same clan, so I would assume they do practice matches together. Anyways, so Raider's continuing to scout around a little bit, checking up in case those rocks have been broken down, I guess. Nope. Nope, SCV, you're gonna headbutt the rocks and nothing's gonna happen. Oh, man. And, oh, nice. Looks like Raider caught the observer that was in the base. Looks like Praetorian did see the factory going down if he clicked on it before he died, but, you can probably assume it's a factory. Most Terrans at this point do want to move up to that starport tech as quickly as possible. And that way they can start getting their medevacs and just have a very nice, resilient, and powerful bioforce. Patalisk, on the other hand, is getting an Immortal out, adding on more gateways. So it looks like, for now, it's going to be a pretty typical gateway robo composition out of him. Wouldn't be too surprised once all these gateways finish up to see him try to push in and deal a bit of damage. Oh, okay, cool. He's kind of scattering his gateways about, so he's got 1, 2, 3 up right now, adding on 2 more. So 5 gateways, that tells me that there might be aggression here. Either that or he just wants the option to produce a lot of units in case he gets attacked. That's not the one I wanted. There we go. So, yeah, both players basically even as far as workers and army is concerned. Raider does have a slight economic edge, since he got that expansion up a lot sooner. And a bit of a tech edge, too, because he's starting to get those medevacs out very shortly. Oh, very cool. Patalisk making a warp prism. So it could be he wants to do a bit of harass. Could be that he'll be able to send that in when Raider pushes out, and then do a bit of mineral line harass on Raider, force him to split his attention. And the scouting factory does move out. And this is one of those things where if somebody told me in StarCraft 2 they will use their buildings to scout, I would have just kind of looked at them strange and been like, okay. I mean, I would assume that happened in StarCraft 1 as well, but I didn't watch the pro scene in StarCraft 1 that much. I actually didn't even really know it existed until a few years ago. And, oh, okay, it looks like Patalisk is going for it. And he's got 2 Immortals in that warp prison. This will allow him to circumvent this wall. And, ooh, very cool. Putting down a pylon here so he can warp up onto the high ground. Will Raider respond? Does he have any medevacs out yet? He's got 2, but they are not with his army. Hopefully he remembers to bring those forward. And Patalisk looks like he's getting ready to do it. Has Raider knows? Yes, he has. He sees the stuff there. He's moving his forces. And here goes the warp prison. Dropping those Immortals down. Dealing a lot of damage. Raider needs to bring together all of his forces right now. And picking up SCVs. That's an interesting decision. Not sure why he's doing that. That must have been a misclick. And here we go. SCVs joining in on the fighting. And Patalisk has a lot of stuff to shoot up. But look at this Raider's army. Trapped behind force fields. It can't do anything. He needs to micro those back. And get those so that they can actually attack. Looks like he's trying to do that, but the AI is not the most intelligent in this case. That's it. Patalisk hasn't done that much damage yet. Throwing down more force fields. These ones not doing too much at all. And Raider's army finally getting gathered together so it can do something. And it looks like Patalisk is going to fall back. Raider snipes off the pylon. Very nicely done. Looks like the factory's just getting into the main base and seeing everything. And Raider's just a little supply block now, as he did lose those 2 supply depots, but that was definitely a good... I was going to say, it's a good thing he lost those supply depots. That's not actually correct. But it's a good thing he had those supply depots there, as it did allow him to see that attack coming. And that's one of those little things that I love seeing, you know, like make sure that you know, with supply depots, it doesn't really matter where they go. So put them in places where you're going to be vulnerable to things like drops, things like Nidus canals. You know, so I'd even want to see one get put here, just in case a warp prison manages to scoot along the edge here and go unseen. You know, just scatter them about your base. If they die, you know, that means they probably helped you know that there's an attack coming about 10 seconds sooner, which makes a huge difference. So, just one of those little things you can do to get an edge. And, I mean, it's the same with Protoss. You know, scatter pylons about. Always have one behind your mineral line, so that way if, say, Mutalisk swing in, you could warp in Stalkers right there. And then Zerg, of course, you just want Overlord spread out in general because, well, I'm pretty sure most Zerg know they should be doing that. And here we go, Raider with his typical timing push, stimming up all the units. Patalisk does have a lot of stuff there, but the force fields are now working against his Zealots. And Raider is able to filter through those force fields. They are not perfect. Patalisk pulling back. Looks like he wants to go for it again, but a lot of the Zealots have died. And it looks like Raider's Biomite, and oh, the force field's pinning in some of Raider's units, but that doesn't work so great when the Protoss force doesn't have Zealots. And there we go, some more good force fields. But, oh, not quite sealing everything off. Potatoes really struggling at this point to hold back Raider's Bioforces. And we'll have to see if he can do anything at all. He's trying, but, yeah, it looks like he might crumble under this pressure. And I think Raider's going to take game 1 here, unless Potatoes can pull some absolutely incredible micro. He's pulling back all of his probes. He needs to warp in everything up here. And then come in. Oh, High Templar. Didn't know he'd gotten that. So these Archon, well, I don't know if it'll be enough, but we'll see what happens, Raider. Getting ready to move up the ramp. There we go. Scanning forward, starting to attack, but Potatoes just doesn't have anything. And the Archon goes down almost instantaneously. The probes come in to attack, but they did not attack at the same time as the other units. Potatoes with a hearty lol. And leaves the game. Doesn't even GG. And, yeah, even if Potatoes could have driven that back, Raider had a lot more stuff coming across the map. So, game 1 of this clan war does go to DarkOnyx, excuse me. Well played by Raider. We'll have to see who Samurai Faith throws out next. I would assume that they want to put out someone who's good versus Terran. So, check out game 2 to find out.